Hi, my darlings. It's been a minute. How are you holding up in this chaotic trash fire of a world? Are you hydrating your houseplant of a self? Are you getting sunlight? Are you remembering to be gentle with yourself? I know this break has turned quite a bit longer than I originally thought it would. And for those of you who might not know what's going on, let me fill you in. I lost my mother 10 days after her birthday, and on a full moon, I found her in the room right next to mine, and I didn't hear a word. And although it's not the first time I've lost someone or found them this way, I feel like a core part of me has changed, that I am no longer the person that I used to be. And I don't know if it's the grief or if it is just what it is now. So I've been spending the last few months trying to not fall to pieces and just be okay and go through her things. And I have so many things now. You see, 2 years ago, almost 3, I lost my grandmother, and she basically raised me. She was a force of a woman. She didn't take crap from anyone. And I wish I had half of the gumption that she had, to be honest. In her final years, I was her caregiver, and I love doing caregiving. It brings me joy knowing that I'm there with someone, taking care of them at the end stage of their life when there's so many people that don't have anybody. Here in America, it's very common for people to be placed in nursing homes. So maybe their family can't take care of them, or they don't have any family. And those places are, while not always the case, they're generally quite depressing. People just sitting in wheelchairs in the hallway staring off. And it's sad. And I never wanted my grandmother, this force of a woman, to have to be in that position. So I quit my job, and she became my job. And I took care of her and the house and the bills and the cleaning and the cooking and everything. And I lost years of my life caregiving, but I don't regret it for a single moment. So I have all her things. I have the piano that's been in our family for like 5 generations, teacups from China, dolls she used to play with, things she made. I can't part with so many things, and they're just things, you know? Do you have things like that with your family? Things that are too important to you to ever want to get rid of? We have this chest. It's called a hope chest. And we put all of our memories in it. Birth and death certificates, baby clothes and toys. When my mom died, I put her leather in it. She was a biker chick. She had a leather vest and in her birth certificate. My grandmother's diary. Death is funny. It makes you think, I don't know, maybe not selfishly, but it makes you think a lot about yourself, about your life, and about who you are and where you're going and what you want. I've been thinking about that a lot. About who I am, the choices that I made to get to where I am now, and where I want to go in my life, who I want to be. I mean, I'm not going to have all the answers. Not right away, at least, but it's good to think about at least, you know? Do you ever think about that? What am I doing? Where am I going? Who am I? I feel like I've been asking these questions for as long as I can remember, and none of them has ever gotten any easier. So, what else? They came and took the car not that long ago. See, my mom was still paying off the car through the dealership, so they came and took it. So no car. And out here in the country, you kind of need a car. So I've been just walking everywhere. Lots of walks. generally with moody music and no direction whatsoever. But I think it's a good thing because for a while I didn't even want to get out of bed. And there were days when, I don't know, everything just crashed around me and I couldn't stop crying and my eyes were so dry that it hurt and my nose was so red that it looked like I was a little child with a red nose. And it's still healing and I'm still having days where I feel like I'm drowning in it. I am lucky enough, though, to have this fantastic group of people who check on me and send me sympathy cards and distract me with video games. They don't expect anything from me. They don't even expect me to talk about it if I don't want to. We could just sit there in silence, do our own thing. It's serendipitous, really, to be honest. I am direct descendant of my mother, firstborn daughter. So everything falls on me. Everything, all the decisions, everything. And the realization that there is no adult anymore. My father passed away 17 years ago, and I never met him. I never knew him. I only found his obituary. And then my grandma passed away. And now my mom. I don't really have anybody else. I have my aunt, but we're not that close. And she's got her own family. So trying to get through all of this myself has been a challenge. And it's been a lot, dear listener. It's been so much. So, what else? I've been having panic attacks again, like almost every day. So, my doctor has decided to switch the medication I'm on yet again. I get so tired of feeling like a human guinea pig. There's, I don't know, some sort of mad scientist's fever dream. But I'm not going to give up hope that there's something out there that's going to make me feel at least partially human again. I also just want to say that I'm sorry if this is all too depressing. If you're still listening to this, then you're amazing. If you're still out there, I don't even know. I spent so much time trying to build up this podcast, and I don't know anymore. Part of all my thinking, I think, should I just end this? Should I just stop my podcast? Is it what I wanted it to be? Should I change the name and the direction? Will people even notice? Am I just talking to nothing? Maybe I'm talking to the aliens in space who are picking up this transmission. Please do not judge us by our poor world leaders. Well, at least I can try. I'm trying a lot of new things lately, besides the obvious getting out of bed. I've also been looking into therapy, which is great. I am a huge advocate for therapy. I love therapy. I think it's one of the greatest tools ever. Been a minute since I've been in therapy, so there's always that first time in therapy nerves, you know? It's like, I have to like retell everything going on right now to somebody, and what if they judge me, and it's not really their job to judge you, you know? But there's still that fear, I guess, that exists in the back of your mind. So seeing someone for grief and loss is something my doctor recommended, because he knows how much I'm struggling. And then I did find a really nice therapist, and so I'm hoping to start soon. So who knows? Even just talking to someone for a little bit might help, I think. I don't know. I don't have any answers at this point. I don't have a clue. Most days I feel like I'm just sort of going through the motions. And it's hard to tell anymore if it's depression, grief. I don't know. I don't paint anymore. I don't feel like doing anything creative. I took out my ukulele and I tuned it. And that was as far as I got. I haven't played my ocarina. I haven't played the piano. I just feel, I don't know. I don't know is how I feel. I think that's the biggest indicator of how things are going right now. I don't know. So, the world goes merrily on, right? My problem is small in comparison to the weighty and lofty issues of the world around us, but I am trying. I hope you're trying too. I hope you know you're not alone. If anything, I hope that this podcast is an indication that if you're struggling and you hear me and what I'm going through and something about it resonates with you, I hope you know you're not alone. You're never, ever alone. I'm here as a voice in the dark who's also going through it. I'm here. I could say something entirely cheesy like, if you're ever feeling sad, look at the moon. But I won't. But I hope you are taking care of yourself. And though I can't offer a hug or I can't sit next to you physically and tell you that you're gonna be okay, maybe if you just close your eyes. Go on. Take a deep breath. You're gonna be okay. Okay? We're gonna be okay. I promise. If I can do this, you can do it too. Okay? I'm always here for you. I appreciate you having patience with me while I maneuver the constant difficulties of life and death and trying to figure out how to get back to being me, if it's even possible. I appreciate everything about you. You messaging me, checking on me, making me laugh. It means the world to me right now. Even if I can't express it better, I hope you know. I won't forget the way that I've been treated right now, the kindness I've been shown. I think I'll carry it with me forever. On my hardest days, I'll try to remember how sweet you've been. I'm gonna let you go now, though. It's getting late here, and I'm trying to be a decent adult and have a normal bedtime. So, my dear listener, though it may be another little bit till you hear from me, please know I haven't forgotten about you. Please know I am still here. Please have patience with me. But most of all, please have patience with yourself, because you're amazing. Take care. And don't be a stranger.